Hello everyone and welcome to Rich Stadium in Buffalo. It's time for some divisional championship football, and today the Pittsburgh Steelers visit the Buffalo Bills. And as you can see, as we start the fourth quarter, the Steelers trail by 20 points to 0. This tale of the game so far: in the first period at 7:30, a 4-yard rush for Thurman Thomas for a touchdown for the Bills, but Scott Norwood missed the extra point, leaving it 6-0. There was no score in the second period, so at halftime the score, Buffalo led by 6. In the third quarter, 14-15, a 1-yard run by Thurman Thomas and a good extra point by Scott Norwood this time made it 13-0. And then a 10-yard pass. I've got the score wrong there. No, I have got it right. A 10-yard pass from Machine Gun Kelly to James Lofton gave us the score of 20-0 at the end of the third period. And Buffalo have the ball, 2nd and 7 at the Pittsburgh 46. And we're already on the special situations chart. So box D for Buffalo. So it's an inside run against a run. So Kelly under the center takes the snap, drops back and hands it off to Thurman Thomas, who is an A on an inside run. So we'll get 9 yards and a first down to the 37-yard line of the Steelers. 1st and 10 to the Bills. Inside run against a run defense. So Kelly keeping it on the ground. Drops back, hands the ball off to Jamie Mueller. 52, and is that the end of Mueller's 4 options? That will be the last one at level C. 52 is F, a 0 run. He is not. So the hole is plugged and there's no gain, but there is a flag on the play. Holding offense, 10-yard penalty, replay, first down. So the Bills get pushed back 10 yards to make it 1st and 20 from the Steelers' 47-yard line. 1st and 20, outside run against a blitz. Kelly takes the snap, hands the ball off to Don Smith. TA or QB, a 2 run. No and no. So Smith loses a yard and we could have a possible injury. And it would be Kelly. And Jim Kelly is going to be taken out and he's going to be out for the rest of the game. So Frank Reich will come in and take over quarterbacking duties. And it is 2nd and 20. So it's going to be an inside run against a run defense. So Frank Reich calling the signals for his first play, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Jamie Mueller. Is TB a 0 run? He is not. And Mueller gets ahead for 4 yards, brings up 3rd down and 17 from the Pittsburgh 44-yard line. 3rd and 17 is going to be a medium pass, and Pittsburgh are going to blitz. Mueller drops back, looking for Thurman Thomas. Is CE a 2 pass? He is. So he completes for 7 yards and goes out of bounds, but it's not going to be enough to get the first down. So Rick Tootin is going to come out to punt. and they're going to go for a coffin corner. So the ball is snapped. Tooten takes the ball and he punts it down to the 1 yard line. And there'll be no return. So with 12:30 remaining, Pittsburgh take over the ball at their own 1. Trailing by 20, so they will use box B. First down and 10, and it's going to be a short pass against a pass defense. Bobby Brister takes the snap. Looks for Merrill Hogue. Is H2 pass? He is not. He's not rated 0 either, so Hogue completes for just a single yard. Second down and 9 at their own 2. Medium pass against a pass. Brister drops back. Looks again. This time for Louis Lips. TB a 2 pass. He is not. The pass blocking breaks down and it's going to be incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. Personal foul. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down. So a big first down penalty there on the Bills brings Pittsburgh out to their 17-yard line. First and 10. Screen pass against a pass defense. Brister drops back. Looks for Merrill Hogue. Is EC a 2 pass? He is not. So it's just complete for a gain of 1, but there is a flag on the play. Holding. Offense. Half distance. Penalty to the goal. Replay first down. So it's going to take them back 8 yards. Nine yards, sorry. And it is going to be first and 19 from the Pittsburgh 8-yard line. Long pass against a pass. Pittsburgh trying to make some headway into this score. It's going to be an unusual result, but he is looking to pass to Eric Green. But there's going to be a sack in the end zone. There is a flag on the play. There is a fumble, but it won't matter. It's going to be a safety. What's the flag? Illegal block by the offense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a safety to Buffalo. So Buffalo scored a safety and take a 22-0 lead. And so Gary Anderson will kick off from their own 20. It's a 60-yard punt down to the 20-yard line of the Bills. Going to be returned by Edwards. Al Edwards is going to return the ball. And he's going to return it for 38 yards. So back into Pittsburgh territory. And it's going to be first down to Buffalo with 11 minutes remaining. First and 10 at the Pittsburgh 42. And it really seems to have been a one-sided game, this, but it certainly wasn't so in the first period. Pittsburgh were dominating but couldn't score. But anyway, back to the play. Frank Reich is out. First and 10, inside run against a blitz, keeping it on the ground, keeping this clock running. Reich drops back, hands the ball off to Jamie Mueller, who is an E on the inside. 12 on an E is going to lose 3 yards. So he's going to go back to the 45-yard line of Pittsburgh, and it's going to be 2nd and 13. Inside run against a pass defense. No, run defense, sorry. Reich with the snap, going to be an unusual result. Hands the ball off to Kenneth Davis. He's going to get 9 yards. Does Kenneth Davis? He could possibly fumble. It's a game fumble. So let's see who recovers the ball. Is EB rated 0? On a run play, EB is not rated 0. And so Andre Reed falls on the ball, recovers it. And it's going to be 3rd down and 4 to Buffalo at the Pittsburgh 36. 3rd and 4. Short pass against a run defense. Reich takes the snap, takes 7 steps back, looks around, looks for Thurman Thomas. Is H a 2 pass? No, he is not. And so Thomas collects the ball and makes a 13-yard gain down to the 23-yard line of the Steelers, and it's going to be a 1st down to Buffalo. 9:30 remaining. 1st down and 10 to Buffalo at the 23 of the Steelers. Inside run against a run. Reich calls the signal, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Kenneth Davis. GA a 0 run. He is not. And so Davis gets a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4 inside the 20 of the Steelers. And it's going to be an outside run against a run defense. Reich calls the signals, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Thurman Thomas. CE a 0 run. He is not. Is EB a 0 run? He is not. So an 8-yard gain and a 1st down inside the 10, 1st and goal at the 9 for Buffalo, and it's becoming a bit of a procession this. But Buffalo won't mind that. The AFC Conference Finals awaits the winner. So it's an inside run against a run defense. And at this moment in time, it certainly looks it's going to be Buffalo. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Thurman Thomas. GA or EB a 2 run. No and no. So stacked up for a loss, gets back to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. And it's going to be brought back for a false start. False start prior to the snap, offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down. So 1st and goal at the 14. And it's going to be a long pass against a run. Well, it can't be long. It comes down to a medium. So a medium pass against a run defense. Frank Reich takes the snap, drops back, looks for Andre Reed. He's a C completion on the 12. He's going to be completed for 9 yards. So takes us down to the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal at the 5. Screen pass against a run. Buffalo trying to inflict more pain on the Steelers. Reich takes the snap, drops back. Looks for Keith McKellar. E or I a 2 pass. E is not. I is not. So it goes to the excess column. FB or SB a 0. SB is not. FB is, but he'll still get enough. If it's a 5, he only gets 3 yards down to the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal at the 2. So Buffalo 3rd and goal at the 2. It's going to be an inside run against a safe defense. Reich takes the snap, drops back, hands the ball off to Thurman Thomas, who is an A on a 16. And he's going to get the necessary yards for a touchdown. So a 2-yard run for Thurman Thomas, his 3rd touchdown of the game. 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Scott Norwood takes the extra point, and it is good. 29 points to 0 in this first AFC Divisional Championship game. Scott Norwood sets up to kick and resume this game. And it's going to be a 63-yard kick all the way down to the 2-yard line. Going to be returned by Rod Woodson. And he makes 31 yards out to the 33 before he's pushed out of bounds. First down with 7 minutes remaining. Trailing by 29. So using box C now. It's going to be a long, pardon me, a long pass against a pass. Bobby Brister drops back, looks for Eric Green. Unusual result. And it's a bad snap. So they lose a yard. Everything going the wrong way for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 11 from their own 32-yard line. Long pass against a pass again. Got to get some yardage. Brister dropping back, looking for Dwight Stone. Is I a 0 pass? He is not. So it's thrown into coverage. And it is going to be intercepted 32 yards down the field. So it's intercepted at the 36-yard of Buffalo by John Hagee. And he will return it for 7 yards out to the 42-yard line of Buffalo, and Buffalo will take over 1st and 10, 6:15 remaining. And Pittsburgh fans are beginning to leave Rich Stadium. Inside run against a run. They've come hoping to get past the Bills, and they haven't managed to do it. Wright takes a snap, drops back, hands it off to Thurman Thomas. Is FB a 0 run? He is not. So Thomas makes a 5-yard gain. Comes down to 5:45 left in the game. 2nd down and 10. Inside run against a run defense. Reich takes the snap, drops back, hands the ball off to Thurman Thomas. It's going to be an unusual result. But the whistle has already gone and the play clock had expired, so there's no time off the clock, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. And they're still going to stay with the run. Reich takes the snap, drops back, hands the ball off to Kenneth Davis. GB or EC a 0 run? No and no. So Kenneth Davis will go to the XR column. Is EC a 0 run? We already know that's no. So he's going to get 9 yards to put them 1 yard shy of the first down. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 at the Steelers' 49-yard line. Outside run against a blitz. Rice calling the signals, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Thurman Thomas. E or K a 0 run? no, and no. So the blitzing linebacker hits Thomas for no gain, and so we'll go to 4th down. And the Bills are going to stay on and go for it. Inside run against a blitz. Frank Reich takes the snap, hands the ball off to Jamie Mueller. Is K a 0 run? He isn't. And they knock them back for 3 yards, so the Bills give it up on downs, and Pittsburgh take over 1st and 10 at the Bills' 48. And I don't think they'd have made that play if it had been a close game. So out comes Bubby Brister with his best field position he's had in the whole game here, in starting inside the Bills' territory for the first time. And we're going to get a long pass against a pass defense. Can Brister at least get them on the scoreboard? Brister takes a snap, drops back, and he's looking for Derek Hill. Is the quarterback a 0 pass? Well, no, he isn't, because they're inside the Bills' territory. So it's going to go XL. Is F a 2 pass? He is not. So a 32-yard gain down to the 16-yard line of the Bills, and he steps out of bounds. So 1st and 10 at the Bills' 16-yard line. So it's going to be medium pass against a pass defense. Brister takes the snap, drops back, looks for Merrill Hogue, but it's an unusual result. Gets 11 yards and steps out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down. So big gain negated, would have put them on the 5-yard line, but we're at 4 minutes and they're 1st and 20 at the 26-yard line of the Bills. Long pass against a pass. Brister again drops back, looks for Lewis Lips. Is G a 0 pass? He's not. And the quarterback is sacked for 12 yards, so pushing them even further back. Out of field goal range now. And it's going to be 2nd down and the bus ride. Long pass against a pass defense. Oh, lost the dice, so we'll roll again. It's dropped somewhere. Oh, there it is. Brister drops back, looks for Eric Green. Is B a 0 pass? He is not. So it's thrown into coverage. And the ball falls incomplete. 3rd down, 3:15 remaining. 3rd and long. And they're going to try a trick play. Oh, well, why not? So Tim Worley attempts to force a pass to Derek Hill, and it's intercepted. And it's going to be intercepted 35 yards down the field, so it's going to be intercepted on the 3-yard line. Again by John Hagee, 2nd interception in the game. And and he tumbles back for a loss of 2 yards, just staying in the field of play. So 3 minutes remaining, and Buffalo will take over 1st and 10 at their own 1. So here we go, Buffalo, inside run against a run. Frank Reich takes the snap, hands the ball off to Kenneth Davis. Is Jay a 0 run? He is not. And he's been stopped and knocked in. Stopped in his own end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers actually get on the board with a touchback, and there is a possible injury. And that is to Will Wolford. And Will Wolford will be out of the game for the Bills for the rest of this game. It's not going to make a lot of difference, I don't think. But with 2:45 remaining, the Steelers get on the board with a safety. And so Scott Norwood will kick off from his own 20. A 66-yard kick down to the 19-yard line of the Steelers. Going to be returned by Rod Woodson. From 19 yards out to the 33-yard line of the Steelers. 2:30 remaining. And Pittsburgh 1st and 10 at their own 33. Long pass against a pass defense. So that 4th down attempt that didn't really need to be made by the Bills has cost them a shutout. But in the whole scheme of things, what really matters is that they get to the to the conference finals. So Bristol looking for Lewis Lips. FB or GB, a 0 pass. Well, GB isn't, and FB isn't. So the quarterback, Brister, is going to run. Feels the pressure and decides to run. He is a C. So 14 with a C is going to get a yard before he slides. And we're at the 2-minute warning, 2nd down and 10. Medium pass against a pass defense. Brister takes the snap, looks for Derek Hill. Is he a 0 pass? He is not. So it's good coverage, and it's thrown into that coverage. And goes incomplete. 3rd down. And 9. Long pass against a pass defense. Brister takes a snap, drops back, looks for Dwight Stone. Is A 0 pass? He is not. Is he rated 1? He is not. So again, it's thrown into coverage. And it's going to be a 19-yard. It's going to be intercepted 19 yards down the field. And it will be intercepted by Nate Odoms. And Odoms will return it. In fact, he'll just take the knee at the spot. And Buffalo take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. And it does look like they've decided that it's not going to be worth doing anything here. So Reich takes a knee. And it's going to be second down. 50 seconds remaining. Steelers are not going to call a timeout, so it's going to take another knee. And the clock will run out. And that is the conclusion of the AFC Divisional Championship game. The Steelers came into town and were handed a fairly decent beating by the Buffalo Bills, who win 29 points to 2. So I hope you've enjoyed this game. Our next game will be an NFC divisional matchup, and it will be the San Francisco 49ers against the Washington Redskins. Yes, that's what I said, the Washington Redskins. So I hope you've enjoyed this game. Hope you'll join me for the next one. Until then, good night.